Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Wednesday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early. It's 5 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. I am running so late. This is going to be an impromptu video. I've been caught up doing artwork. This time of year is crazy for me. I'm going to start posting more of my artwork on the community page too, so you guys can get a feel for it. This time of year gets so crazy for me because when I ask people what they want for Christmas, a lot of times my relatives or friends will say, hey, do a painting of this for me or a painting of that for me. And then on top of that, I get people hiring me, asking me to paint paintings to pay me to paint paintings so they can give them to other people as gifts. And it's great, but I am crazy busy this time of year. So I'm running late today. There's a couple of videos that I want to work on. One of them I'm working on is hand gestures. I noticed some of Trump's hand gestures and some of my hand gestures, and I've been doing. I got to do a little more research on that one. There's another video that I'm working on about comments I got from the Aaron Carter video, and I don't like to admit this. I don't like to admit chinks in my armor, my weaknesses. There was overwhelmingly good comments for the Aaron Carter video, but there was one comment that just stuck in my head. It was short, and I don't know why it got in my head, but it's stuck there, and until I do a video, until I talk about it, it's just going to keep bouncing around and annoying me. I don't like to admit this. I hate to admit that somebody's two sentences somebody threw at me off the cuff have been stuck in my head for the last couple of weeks, but it has. Today, okay, so I was thinking about Aaron Carter, and I see that this relates to the video that I'm going to do about the comment, and his brother Nick donating money to mental health organizations, and he's talking a little bit about. I really wasn't aware that Aaron was suffering or could have been suffering from schizophrenia, bipolar. I think depression was one of them too. I really wasn't aware of that. And it made me think that since the last 16 years I've been in recovery. Now these little, I have obsessive compulsive tendencies, two in particular that I'm going to talk about today. And I'm completely serious. I'm completely serious. I've never told anybody about this, and I really wasn't sure if I wanted to do a video about this because it sounds kind of ridiculous. I didn't even know if people would believe it, but they're true. And, they're nowhere near as debilitating. I don't want to make light of the more serious ones like schizophrenia and bipolar or anything, but these are just... I kind of laugh at them. They're bizarre, but I can't stop doing them. Okay, let me fill you in. I have a couple obsessive compulsive. I'm going to tell you about two of them. And this is completely serious. The first one is a sound. When I hear this sound, I immediately feel not just uncomfortable, but angry. That's the only way I can describe it. Like the sound. This is the sound. It's a glass of liquid. And it's not quite it. It's more like wine being poured into, like a click, 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 like the liquid being poured into a glass. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it infuriates me. And it's subconscious. There's been times when I'm sitting around, I'm doing something, I'm working on the computer or something, and the TV's on in the background, and all of a sudden I'm like, ah! I'm just tense and angry, just angry. And I realize in the background that there's something pouring on TV or something. This isn't something that I even realize. Like I said, there's been times when I didn't even know that I was hearing this sound when it affected me. So, that's how deep it is. I don't know. It must go back to, I have no idea. I don't know if it's something that happened in my childhood, something to do with somebody pouring liquid, but the only way I can describe it is, and this is every single time I hear this sound. And it happens pretty much on a daily basis with something on radio or in person or on TV or whatever. I'll get this wave of I almost say it's rage. And it's just a very uncomfortable feeling. I have absolutely no idea what this is from. Now, here is another one, and this affects me on my bike rides a lot, more than anything, and it's dangerous, and I can't stop doing it. When I am riding my bike or walking, usually, and I'm out walking on a sidewalk or a road, and I look down and I see a coin. Usually they're pennies. Pennies are the most common thing, most common currency you'd see on the ground. I have to stop and pick up that penny. This happens at least maybe once or twice a week. I take a bike ride, a good 10, 12-mile bike ride every single day, even when it's snowing out. And, when it snows, it's not quite as much. And there's been times just recently where I'm going down a steep hill, probably doing 20, 30 miles an hour, and I must have fairly good vision because I'll spot the copper penny. And I'll hit the brakes, and it'll take me a good 100 feet to stop. And this is where it gets dangerous. I actually have to turn around, and a lot of times I have to look for traffic. I stop, I turn around, I have to go back up and turn around again and come and then try to locate where the penny was. I feel like this is serious. I feel like if I do not pick this penny up, something bad will happen to me. I'll have an accident more than likely. Before I get back and put my bike away, so a terrible accident. If I do not pick this penny up, something physically bad is. I'm going to get hurt or worse. I've never not stopped to pick up a penny. I mean, I've spent a half hour looking for, turning around, going all the way back up a hill, and looking to see where I saw that penny. And sometimes it wasn't even a penny. And I try to tell myself, maybe it wasn't a penny, just keep going. And I'm like, I can't risk it. I can't risk this. I have to go back. It started out, the only reason I could think I'm doing this is when I first started picking up pennies, I thought to myself that it's kind of, I don't know how to phrase it, by thinking that a penny is just such a small denomination that I shouldn't, it's just a penny. It doesn't mean anything to me. That somehow the universe is going to come back on me, that I shouldn't snub my nose at any small amount of currency just because it's, I don't know if that even makes any sense, but that's how it first came about, that, that even though it's just a penny, I should have gratitude and not overlook it and pick it up. That's how it first started. And now it's turned into something else where I cannot, just if I see anything on a nickel, dime, usually pennies on the ground, I have to pick it up. I put them in a jar when I get home. I probably accumulated probably not even $1, in the last year or two. So obviously it's not about money. I truly believe that something could happen to me. And then I think, well, this doesn't make any sense. But I'm like, well, what if subconsciously, psychologically, I almost point myself towards an accident, because I think I'm going to have an accident, kind of like when you wish something into existence, but not in a positive way. I don't know if any of this makes any sense, but these are two very real things. I get incredibly angry. I can't believe I'm saying this. When I hear water, especially like something like out of a bottle pour into a glass, like a wine glass, a champagne glass, the glug, glug, glug. I get enraged every time I hear that sound. I have no idea why. And I have to pick up pennies, and it's gotten incredibly dangerous. Where I'm on state highways, and I turn around and I have to look, turn around into traffic, then turn around again to come down and search for the penny that I saw. 100% true. Two of my obsessive compulsive tendencies. I know they're nowhere near as serious as schizophrenia or anything, but hey, share with me if you have any bizarre obsessive compulsive and you feel comfortable sharing them. Share them in the comments down below, because I'd love not to feel like such a, I don't want to use the word freak, but all right, you guys, I gotta get back to my painting. You guys have a great Wednesday.